1, 2, 3.
But why? It's a silent recap.
Oh god. So, do we start off with the pain or do we save the pain for later? Guess that's later. Who could know? Brittany, you look like the girl from The Ring.
I'm dead inside.
I know.
I thought my depression was gonna
So, Hayden, I do not dislike her anymore. She is a little gem. I wonder who else is a little gem? Liam. Liam is a little gem. Liam is the biggest little gem. Liam.
You said Little Jem, I instantly thought of Little Scott, and now I feel
No,
awful. So.
don't ruin it. This is the happy part of the video.
Sorry.
Liam broke Hayden's nose because he punched her in the face.
Not cool.
For the amount that she was being vengeful, I don't think that it was like overkill seeing she hasn't seen him. I was like, okay, like, yeah, you're overreacting, but you're also like
F you.
a 14-year-old, which is realistic
Accurate.
overreacting.
Yeah.
You're not really 14. What is she? 16?
At least.
Well,
Yeah,
they're sophomores.
16,
yeah.
You're a 15-year-old. Overreacting is understandable, so I don't think it was out of hand. I thought it was a good, cute, completely reasonable reason.
Yeah.
Also, I'm glad that we talked about Liam's anger management because I was just saying where I wasn't sure whether or not I should be okay that we hadn't referenced it in a while, but we referenced it today, and I'm glad that we haven't just completely forgotten that he has
He's working on it.
IED.
an actual,
I just love him, and he's trying so hard, and him and Hayden are so cute. They're so cute, and then they went and made her a chimera.
Yeah.
That can only go down.
I just hope she's not like a really gross one, like the fucking eel guy, Donovan. That was
awful.
Disgusting.
Yeah, at least be a cosmetically pleasing chimera. Great.
like, don't
Just- that's
be
a request,
sprouting
please.
mouths with teeth everywhere, please. Because I like you and I want to be able to watch when you're on the screen, and I can't do that if you're just parts of your body are opening up with teeth.
Can you be a good chimera?
I hope.
Like, because
so.
everybody else is wilding out and going banana pancakes, like Donovan
But
and like that one kid.
I think there has to be some sort of extra step. I don't know if she has been buried yet or if she hasn't been, but there has to be a step where you're a chimera and then a second step where you become under their control.
Yeah.
Because Tracy had the entire first period of Night Terrors where she was a chimera but she didn't know it yet,
Yeah.
and it didn't really kick in and she didn't start doing their bidding until the next episode.
Mhm.
So I think there has to be another step, which is why
That's
what
why
we're
they
going to
did it.
see
Well-
next episode is them taking her to the school and setting a trap for the doctors
Yeah.
so that the doctors are going to come for her to take that second step. And I hope that the pack is able to stop them from doing that because we can't turn Liam into Derek Hale and just keep
No.
giving him love interests and then ripping them away.
I know.
Because
Well-
that was Derek Hale's thing, and I would like to
Keep
save
it
Liam
there.
from that.
But I was thinking, they keep saying that like all of these, like chimeras, like they're failed. Like, what if Hayden is like the successful one?
Oh, God.
Because like she hasn't been freaking out like everybody else. The only thing is she's healing.
Other, not necessarily happy, but you know,
Mason?
that's true. We could talk
I
about
love that.
Mason's another
That's
little
gonna-
cute gem who is reading up on kitsunes because now he knows one and
He's adorable.
figuring out Kira's problems and helping her and
Kira first came on the scene, she was like, I'm gonna be a super nerd to help you in your pack out, and she didn't even know, and they're like, come into our little
I
family.
know.
That's what he's doing. So
that's
Kira
why
needs to
it's
be like,
yeah.
we're bringing him in, Scott. We're bringing him in.
Oh, as long as Kira doesn't go on another killing spree.
Oh, God.
Teen Wolf.
There's that. You just dropped that one on there.
It wasn't a happy moment, but it wasn't
Not
completely
terrible.
detrimental. Was the face-off between Theo and Malia, which was
I can't even.
It was very
enjoyable.
It was pleasing as a viewer to watch.
It was pleasing as a viewer to watch. Obviously, we're not going to hide the fact that Cody Christian is
very
incredible.
attractive.
But also because anyone who had fears for Stelia about this, I had fears going into this season about Stelia because of Theo. They might have some connection, and it might get revealed again later down the line.
But she was
right
like,
now,
I ain't having
Malia
any of
is
your
like,
bullshit.
I'm sorry, you think you're going to manipulate me into this situation, and I'm going to owe you, and you're going to, like, sexize me into some sort of, like, weird situation? No!
Malia's so much
I
stronger
can
than
kick
me.
your
Victoria's
ass.
shoulder, and she's just like, I'm going to just tear you to pieces. And I was like, I am about it.
However,
Smack him down.
I'm slightly worried because he looked very like, at the end of it, and I'm really hoping that this wasn't.
Oh, he was lovely.
He's a sociopath who likes the game.
Well, no,
sure.
I was just gonna say I really hope this wasn't something to like check to see if Malia was a good candidate to be.
He's collecting blackmail on everyone so he can get in the pack, which is like, bruh. Once everybody finds out, they're gonna be like, he has something on you.
Well, because
something on me.
in the Super Tease, there was a thing of Liam being experimented on, so we know that they're gonna switch to Supernaturals at some point.
No, what? I didn't see that. They experiment on Liam.
There's a couple of shots where it looks like Liam is sort of strapped down to a table.
With
We're
something on
pretty
his
sure
arm.
that or at least my theory has been that once they realize that turning humans into kids'
Isn't
face
working.
isn't working, by
Correct.
adding 2 supernatural creatures into one human, they're going to say, okay, well, here's one supernatural creature. Let's add supernatural to something already supernatural and see if that works. So that's tentative. It might not actually. There's been so many hallucinations so far this season that came up in the teaser that maybe Liam isn't getting experimented
Maybe he's just
on at all,
hallucinating.
and it's just somebody's brain telling him.
Protect the
But
baby.
if that is real and if that is what happens, that is what I think is the explanation.
Protect baby wolf.
So I was gonna say it seemed like he was like in like a wow, I'm gonna steal you from Styles kind of way. He was like, yeah, but also like I feel like it was also like a you were very strong. Let us put things that should not be in you in. That
What?
sounds wrong.
Yeah, I
Whoa!
walked right into that sentence. I was just like, no.
But I mean, after that
Anyway.
scene, I'd have been okay with that too. Like, let's be real.
Rewind. Yes, you are a strong were-coyote. Let us experiment on you.
Theo has almost certainly been experimented on by the doctors, or he's some next
some
level
point.
werewolf shit. Because we just watched him rip someone's throat out with his hand, and then look at Styles, and his eyes are still yellow. So either he's like a super werewolf that can choose the way he looks,
He's totally gonna try to write that off as like, oh, he was a chimera, he wasn't innocent.
well, he wasn't innocent.
He wasn't innocent.
Which is interesting because I'd like to find out where that line is.
Yeah.
Speaking of eyes, this came up a lot on the Basically Banshees Tumblr, which is go follow. Now that we know that the Desert Wolf is the reason that Malia's family's car crashed, but we also know that her eyes are still blue. So what I want to know about werewolf eyes is, can that be self-blame? Can you think that you killed an innocent and your eyes turned blue? Or we don't actually know the cause of death. Her family still could have died from the bullets, they could have died from the impact, or they could have died when the impact freaked Malia out so much that she turned into a coyote and then killed her family. So we don't actually know anything about that, we just know that the Desert Wolf was involved in the
She was the
incident.
catalyst that started all of that.
We don't actually know that she murdered the family. So Malia technically might still have been the
Because,
final
I mean,
stroke.
she just shot at the car and then she walked away.
Right.
So, like,
She didn't check.
It could have
she
just
shot
been,
at the car and they show
she was
whoever
the
was
proverbial
driving.
squirrel in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually mean that the bullets hit anyone.
No.
Brett was here for a little bit. My question is just like,
Brett and Mason were so cute! Oh my god! Brett teaching Mason about the supernatural and...
Chuckling together. They were chuckling.
it
They were
was like
chuckling.
tails. Scorpions.
We almost died.
After we did shots together.
We're gonna have to jump into the bad stuff, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna have to jump to the bad stuff.
I'm getting a drink.
Okay. Like that we brought back the whole thing about Lydia's grandmother. We're still acknowledging that that was a plot.
Yes.
And there was Scott.
Poor
Something
baby.
happened with the dog.
I'm saying right now something tried to attack him and his dog was trying to go hamburger
I
on
think
it
that's-
and died.
I think that's what they were trying to get at because then they said that the dog didn't make it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to talk about Styles. TBH. for the first time. I just actually don't want to dwell.
It was painful, and that's all we need to say about it.
If you want to see those emotions, just go watch the
back.
live watch, and you can hear my banshee scream because I'm. Nope.
Yeah, it happened, and now it's not happening anymore. So let's.
It happened, and I never want to think about it ever again. And I really understand why he has a mental block on that, because I want to mental block the fact that I even know that happened to him.
Yep.
Let alone having it happen to me. So, I love the writers for coming up with something so terrible, but on the other hand, F the
Why?
writers.
You feel
Why?
personally victimized?
I feel
I do.
personally victimized by this episode.
Dylan O'Brien did amazing though.
Yep.
As
my
always,
God.
as always.
Just tears everywhere.
They all
Dylan O'Brien
did.
cries, I cry, and then I fell on the floor.
They
It's true, she
all did amazing because this cast is like on another level.
Besides
We're
that,
fine.
but for next week, the promo showed that the fiery thing with the fiery Jeep with Styles is coming next week, but there was also that clip of Lydia coughing up blood, which I was initially very worried about, but now that I know that those things are both happening in the same episode, I am very much thinking that they're
Hallucination.
both hallucinations
Yeah.
of Scott, or maybe it's going to be Styles and
Someone-
Lydia with each other,
Yeah.
thinking that other people are dying, because we're facing the doctors again next week,
Mhm.
and I don't think either of them is going to die next episode, because they're usually like, someone's gonna die!
Yeah.
Maybe they've learned from their mistakes and they're trying to knife us in the heart in the middle of episode 7 without telling us. That's possible. Oh my god, it's already episode 7 on
Oh my
Almost
god.
done.
crap.
What are you gonna do?
I do think that for the most part,
It's a hallucination.
it should be safe. Maybe.
Sort of. Those scenes at least should.
It'll be heartbreaking, but those two scenes I'm fairly confident are not going to be actually happening, because that was way too much
Well,
blood
I
for
mean,
Lydia.
I was gonna say-
and I have said from the first episode, I was like, listen, Styles upside down in a burning Jeep, I really don't think that's happening, because if it did, I would have marked it down to Donovan, and Donovan's already gone.
Yeah. And also, Lydia cannot be dead because she's alive and.
She has
present
other
day.
scenes.
I was gonna say also, the hallucinations could be related to whatever Hayden has been turned into, because.
Yeah, I
They're-
would hate that.
Yeah. But like they're gonna be trapped in the school with her for like the entire night. So and the Styles thing, but wasn't in school, but the Lydia thing was, and I mean the Styles thing could have always been in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we can go to the boiler room, which is
Let's
also the supply closet. That would be super helpful.
Let's not go back
Let's stay
there.
away from there.
Or they can just
Forever.
use the Hale Vault.
Who
We
designed this school?
They could always just use the Hale Vault.
We have
that
plenty of hiding places. Do the
didn't
doctors know about the Hale Vault?
Well, we
Or
didn't
is the
know.
only one who can get in?
Yeah.
Let's just all go in there. Leah can lock the door, and then nobody can get out.
Bye, doctors. Yay.
Why is nobody called Derek? Like, if this happened before, you'd think that like his mom or somebody, if she was like
Somebody in the Hales.
in charge, then why did they be like, hey,
Derek, can you tell us about the rest of your secret hiding places?
Yes.
No, that'd be super helpful.
I'm in a jam and I'm running from people. You need to tell me where every hiding place is in the school. Derek!
By the way, do you know where your uncle went?
Oh my god.
Where did he go?
Derek's had this like super cheesy answer to, hey, you reached Derek's answering machine. I'm on vacay right now. You're like, are you kidding me, sir?
That's basically Banshees.
And that's basically it.
See ya.
Ah.